if you wouldn't mind putting your old school role, or not so old school, but prior to you returning to coaching, role of analyst, football analyst on, if you wouldn't mind putting that on your head right now, your Kangol, or however you want to put it.
Yeah.
The story that Jimmy Garoppolo has been re-signed by the 49ers as the backup quarterback to a kid in Trey Lance, who we all know the Niners gave a ton of draft capital to the Dolphins to go up and select. If you're Kyle Shanahan, how do you work that situation and its awkwardness potentially?
Yeah, I think John Lynch and Kyle both have great personalities, and they've talked this out. Jimmy wouldn't have done it if he wasn't all in, and it's hard for me to talk about another team's guys, but
right.
Haven't been in that situation, so I can't really swear to it. But I think everybody's probably on the same page.
When you say talk it out, what does that mean? Again, I'm not asking you to suppose anything, but again, you've been in a ton of coaching situations and having to ascribe a plan to a player that they may or may not want to hear, but obviously Garoppolo decided. But when you say talk it out, do you literally say to a player, this is the way it's going to be, and you either agree to it or not? Is that how it works, Coach Arians?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you got to be straight up honest, because they can all see through all the BS. And, he and his agent, whoever it was, they had to all talk this out and decide, hey, this is best for me, best for the 49ers, let's go.
And so how does one handle a locker room? But again, you may not have been in a quarterback situation, but you know that you have definitely played young kids that you need to coach up, and there are veterans in the locker room that might look at you saying, why are we sticking with this young kid when we can go with a vet, right? Hasn't that happened?
Well, they obviously think the young guy's the guy. And from everything I hear, the players think so too. So I doubt there's any bad feelings in that locker room. I think they're all on the same page from what I hear. I'm just guessing.
No, I know. I'm just trying to, pick the brain of a Super Bowl winning head coach about how you handle a locker room in a situation like that, and a kid that you need to clearly coach up to speed faster than not, right? I mean, that's the issue in San Francisco.
Yeah, and he's not a rookie. I mean, he's seen it now for a year, and he's a talented guy.
So walk me through the decision you made a couple years ago in drafting Kyle Trask and his readiness, if this is, in fact, the final rodeo of Tom Brady, Coach Bruce Arians.
Yeah, we wanted to get a young quarterback. We all believed in Blaine Gabbert, but we wanted to get a young guy and start getting him ready. And I love Kyle's story. He's a backup in high school, backup in college, and when he got his chance, man, he lit it up. And big, strong guy, he's mobile, but I mean, he's not a runner. But love the way he looks downfield and the throws he made at Florida in big games. So he has all the tools. He couldn't be in a better situation to be sitting behind Tom and learning from Tom and Tom's preparation and Blaine knowing the offense inside and out. So there's no question for him not getting answered. And he got a ton of reps. This was really good for him this preseason.
You mean during Tom's time away from the team? That's where Kyle Trask got some serious.
He got a ton of reps, and we had planned to play him in the preseason heavily anyway, just to get him some action. And I thought he progressed greatly.
And Byron Leftwich, I know you told me a few years ago you were the one who basically got him into coaching. You said, I think you can do this job. And now look where he is and what positions you've placed him in. And obviously this is Todd Bowles' head coaching gig. But I assume when you said earlier that you didn't like the way the hiring cycle went this year, that Byron not getting a gig is part of all that. Do you think that he's ready this year? This could be his last year in Tampa. Do you think, Coach Arians?
I'm pretty sure that if he's not a head coach next year, something's wrong. I mean, it checks every box, and I think some people would give me too much credit for what he has done in Tampa, and but he's done it's been his show since day one. The reason I got back into coaching because I could hire Byron, and I didn't have to do it. So had I not gotten Byron, I probably would have stayed out of coaching.